American motor industry is to get a $17 billion bailout from US taxpayers to try and stave off bankruptcy and massive job cuts caused by the economic downturn. The money, to be made available in emergency loans, is targeted at General Motors and Chrysler, two huge companies with interests around the world. The growing spectre of recession was highlighted again as oil prices hit a new low. From Washington, Adam Brooks sends this report.
These are desperate times for America's big three car makers. The word bankruptcy has been whispered for months. But now the US government is coming to the rescue. $17.5 billion in emergency loans to keep the companies running. For now. Under ordinary circumstances, said the president, failing companies should be allowed to go bust. But America's in a deep recession.
My economic advisors believe that such a collapse would deal an unacceptably painful blow to hardworking Americans far beyond the auto industry. It would worsen a weak job market and exacerbate the financial crisis.
So what sort of a deal has the president offered the car companies? Well, General Motors will get $9.4 billion. Chrysler will get $4 billion now, with more later. Ford says it doesn't need cash right away. Most of that money will come from the $700 billion bailout package, which was originally meant for Wall Street. But the car companies have just 3 months to come up with a plan for major restructuring, or the loans will have to be paid back. In Detroit, the head of General Motors greeted the news with a pledge that was, well, ambitious for a company that's just been bailed out by the taxpayer.
Our industry helped build this country. Today, our mission is to help lead an economic recovery in America.
But this restructuring will be difficult. Detroit's workers, as a condition of the loans, will have to accept wages competitive with those at foreign-owned companies like Toyota. The unions are not going to like it. But if at the end of March these companies can't show that they're viable, they could still be allowed to fail, with huge job losses and a deepening of America's, and therefore the world's, recession. Global unemployment's already rising. Oil prices are volatile, today heading for a 5-year low. Confidence in the markets is still shaky.
To many Americans, it's inconceivable that iconic names like GM, Ford and Chrysler could go out of business. And with these loans, they do have a reprieve. But in truth, the toughest decisions about the future of these companies have just been put off. Adam Brooks, BBC News, Washington.
Well, here there is no lifeline for the struggling British car maker Jaguar Land Rover, as Gordon Brown said the government had made no promises of financial support. And the furniture giant MFI has closed all its stores, and its 1,300 staff are to lose their jobs. The company's administrator confirmed today there is no hope of finding a buyer for the business. Well, our business reporter John Moylan is here. John, this is very difficult, of course, for the people who are going to be laid off, and for the thousands of people who've paid for and ordered items from MFI.
Yeah, in the last couple of hours we've heard from the administrators they weren't able to find a buyer for this business. All 111